Okay, so it looks like. Oh, hold on. Oh, just wanted to close the door so it won't get extra noise in here. Oh, looks like my earmuff is coming off. Now, this old sock. I need to cut both of these like even shorter. They're still pretty comfy though. A lot comfier than some of the. Well, it isn't necessarily comfier than those foam coverings, but since I'd have to send off for them and I didn't have any money at the time, I decided. I saw somebody actually making these out of socks, out of like baby socks or something, and like sewing and everything. I just figured, hey, why not just cut it and then I'll stick it on the earphones, and they work fine. They look goofy, and I bet I look even goofier because I got one ear on and one ear off, and it doesn't look very professional. Looks like I got a wad of cotton on my ear, but whatever. Yeah, today's gonna be a short one because this is kind of annoying. I don't know how I can show you what it looks like, but I have a secondary monitor, and it's actually lower, and it's actually smaller than my main monitor, and when I have to move the mouse over there, I have to make sure that I'm up above at least halfway because it stops. It'll stop right. I wonder if you could. Well, I don't know if you could see it, but here, I'll switch to desktop there, and so yeah, I guess you can't see it anyways because the webcam's covering it up. Here, I want to do something real quick, and that is let's blank the webcam for just a short second here, and then we will okay. So you see the mouse here in the corner, in the right corner, and there's the clock. There is the show the desktop thing. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's barely, you can see this little line over here where my mouse is. Just like see right there. But and then uh, I don't mean to click it. It's still there. 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 Oop, and it's gone. Oop, now it's back. But here, it's right there. So basically, it's the screen area, and it's a 1080p monitor, so it's whatever 1440. So so right about here is about 1080p's worth of screen space, I guess. Here. Anyways, here let me turn my camera back on, like so. Hopefully nothing has changed. And good evening. Whoop. In IRC there. And so today's going to be extra short because I had to do some do-it-yourself plumbing today. We had a. It's actually funny too. We have this pipe going through to the house, and it's going into the ground via a 90-degree elbow joint of some sort, and it sprung a leak for some reason. It might have sprung a leak when we had a couple of like 30s, like mid 30s temperatures, which for us here in Florida is pretty dang cold. So there's a possibility that um, it could have frozen and cracked like that. But don't really have any money to get a plumber out here to fix it, and so I bought something called fiber weld from JB Weld that's supposed to put a seal on it using epoxy resin or uh, epoxy putty, sorry, and then using a resin soaked like tape, like resin tape that you put in the water, and then it's supposed to harden super hard. So I'm hoping that I did it good enough. It probably didn't. Just knowing me, I'm not a plumber, you know. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And even though the process itself didn't take very long, I had to wait. I had to wait to turn the water on, and so on and so forth. And before I knew it, the day was almost over. In fact, it looks like I'm running a low on coffee, and even though I don't have another pot, I still have some little coffee left in the pot. Maybe I should run and get that before I start things here. Um, maybe I'll do that. Give me a quick second. I won't leave the please wait sign on, but instead I'll just turn off my cam. Here, I'll put it on a blank, blank screen, and then I'll turn this off. Cam off. Microphone is still working. Good. Okay, that's okay. I'll be right back. 2 seconds, or 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. If you can still hear me, and it only gave me like I don't know, like an extra drink of coffee, but it's there. Okay, let's put this back on. Let's turn this back on so you can see my handsome face, because I know you all wanted to see that. Okay, so today is going to be an edit stream, and it's going to be a short edit stream because I had to spend time today doing some work on the house, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try to make sure that um, let's see here. I'm going to try to make sure that I can get things going early so I can have the full time here and try to be on time, more on time and stuff later when let's see something here. That all right? Okay, just a little bit over. Yeah, yep, looks good. Okay, Watch myself actually move my camera over. Is it gonna move over? There we go. Move that over. Move it over just a little bit more. Because that didn't hardly do nothing. That didn't hardly do anything either. Let's just do this. How about that? I have to wait. And last time I timed it was about 20 seconds. It could be more, it could be less. Actually, it seems like it's quicker today, but I wouldn't know unless I actually counted it. Okay. I guess that'll work. Take a look at all this stuff I have to update. The Linux kernel, free desktop platform, some Flatpak thing for that, Mesa 3D graphics library, and GNOME application platform version 46. That's a lot of stuff I have to update. Anyways, I won't be doing that until afterwards because I think it'll require a reboot. Okay, let's get on to the thing here. You know, the thing. I think I still have to render out, which of course I'm not doing it on stream, but I think I still have to render. Let's see something here. Where is? I guess it's just in videos. I think where I kept them. These are all my updates so far. Yeah, I still gotta render out 11, and right now I'm working on 12. Now let's see something here. How long is that? This is the long one, isn't it? Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to run through this. I already deleted like a good chunk of this. This is like a 35 minutes total, and I got it down to 25 minutes. But I still have to get it down to like 2 minutes or something. It's crazy. It's not as crazy as you think though. And why did I move that? Why did I end up moving that? Huh. This is part of it is why, right? Let's check something out. This one is of course it's the 10th. 12/16/00. Yeah, 12/16/00. Twelve, 16, 43. What? Why is it, what's these deal with these extra source? Huh, that's interesting. It says 00.3. I guess it's has to do with the Blender doing the clips. In other words, these are all part of the same clips, and these numbers are like the frame numbers that they start on or something, or they frame amount maybe. Let's see something here. 718, 719. $3.99, 390, 398, 399, 394, and 395. I kind of don't get the numbering scheme here. I mean, that's okay. It doesn't really matter because the actual so that means that this is part of this, and I moved it up to show where precisely where I'm at. Correct? Yeah. So this is actually all right. Let's see something here. Page down. 459. 459. 741. So I guess I didn't shrink it down as much as I thought I did. Well, okay, so that's 2 minutes, right? 5 to 7, almost 3 minutes, not quite, but almost 3 minutes. So I knocked 10 down to 3 minutes already. I see that's why I did this though. The actual file name is this one, the MP4, and so these are all the same file names. So all I did was, yeah, 121600, 121600. Okay, so basically all I did is I bumped this up because this is part of the same video clip. Shoot, I have enough stuff there that I don't need to do the rest of the stuff. Alright, let's play it a little bit. Let's see if there is... Well, actually, let's not do that. Let's actually pull up the video file. Dev stuff. Blender projects. 12. Oh, not that library. Source video. The 12th. And it's 10.16.00, and that's the big one. Let's open with VLC. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create our new just a quick moment object. The 35. So we're approximately. Okay, let me pause this for a second. Since this is 25 minutes here and it's 35 minutes, that means that 10 of it. That means we're 10 back. So. Just a sec. Yeah, that means we're 10. That means that this clip starts 10 back here. Let's see what I say in here. So what I should do here is, and then let's go up to about 10 minutes. Input. Change room is going to jump to a new room. So I'm still thinking of, apparently. I'm going to do a little thing here, and I'm going to say this is not going to be in the loop. If. Let's see something here. Is there a way for me to identify? You know, I set it not to have 100% proxy. I don't know if I set it to 100% proxy, if it has to re-render a proxy for it though. So I'm not really sure if that's going to help me out. Let's see. All right, let's just do it anyways, even if it does. Let's try 100. See, and I can see it a little bit better. And let's resize it just a little bit to see if I can see it. And I just want to know if choice number here is the door script needs to have choice number. The door script needs to have choice number, and so I switched to the oh, it's called door. Okay, door.gd or whatever. Let's see here. I'm kind of inching along here because I don't really know where I'm at here. Let's back up. Choice number. Yeah, let's play it from here. All right. Yeah, I know there's nothing in there. I know that. Okay, so what we want to do here is something I didn't think about. The number. I think it. I think it's after this. On choices, but instead I wanted to do it based on the doors you can go to. Do would be to go through the now have the like a number key, like you hit a number key, and then it pulls up that name, and then it loads up that scene. So in somehow that's linked to the choice. If I click on it like on a web page and click on the deal, and it would come up with a name or something. In this case, I'm linking to a key, and it's almost like the door is kind of super extra. The door is extra to the to what we need to do. Why? Because we're doing this based on the numbers that you pick. You pick the numbers, it's able to load up the scene based on that. The idea of doors is for later. So like, if when I have a walking character and he triggers the area of where the door is pointing to, whereas in this case it's just a 1 or it's whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide how to. I think here I'm trying to decide how to link up the door to the choice. And the way I was doing it previously was that it wasn't a door. It was just the choice would be the name of the node. And so whenever you pressed a button, it would index into the choices array, and then use that room name to switch to the rooms. And the way I have these new door things here is that I needed a way to connect that to the correct room. So when I added this door thing idea, what I did was I have a door, I guess I forget what I call it, if I call it choice or whatever. There's a property in the door thing, and okay, let's see if it's over here. No. Whatever you might choose, or it's a command that you give it. But there's a property for the specific choice, because later it's not going to be choice. Later it's just going to be like the scene name or whatever. It's not going to be linked to a key or a specific choice. Remember, the reason that I did the choices before is a simplistic way of allowing you to choose a page to go to. You know, it's like when you're doing an actual choose your own adventure and it says to go to page 70, and then you turn to page 70. Well, in this case, it's it'd be like turn to choice, 9 or something, or turn to choice 5, and so it would go. It would okay. So it was an array. It's an array of strings for the choices that you make, and if they're linked to a room, the room name will be in there. And so when you hit a key, it reads the action, and then it takes that key and then translates that into the specific choice. So it reads the deals, reads the name, and then you can change the room to that. And in the door, now there's separate scenes, and it's leading to the scenes, and you need the choice. You need what it leads to, or whatever. Anyways, I'm explaining it horribly, but the idea is that later on, you'll basically, since it'll be graphical, you'll click, right? You'll click on the door, or you'll click near the door, and the character will walk to it. And when it does that, it triggers a scene change. It'll be able to detect it and says, okay, what's this? And then this is a door object to go to another location. Then it switches locations. And I just needed a way to kind of bridge the gap so I could kind of pretty much keep the same format of everything. So if you're playing the game, if I had made a game with the other way, but I was playing it, I made it this ways, you wouldn't know the difference still, because it would still act the same. Anyways, apologies for explaining that horribly, but it's much easier to do than it is to say, I guess. In this case, your command is one instead of being the door name. Okay. Go study. Case. Choice number. That's what it means. Okay, it looks like we're at the correct spot, I guess. Here, let's go. Pardon me. So what I should do here is. There we go. So what I should do here is this is where I stopped here. The door script needs to have choice number. That's what it needs. I could make it a string, and I could make it why don't I do it that way? Let's do export. The, yeah, I think the reason I was doing a string is because later on it's going to. I don't know. Later on it's going to work kind of differently. So I don't know. I had some sort of logic that would the reason I was using a string instead of an actual like number, like an integer. I think it was because you're going to have commands later, and instead of yeah, I think that was it. You know, you might have something that says should I what do I say? In a text parser, you know, to the west there is a schoolhouse, right? So you might type in go schoolhouse. Go is a command, it's a verb command. So instead of having a choice where you pick option one, which is go west to the schoolhouse, now the parser is taking it and saying, okay, go is this action, um, and I should read the action verb. Anyways, it's like I don't know. I was thinking it would be somehow better or easier if it was a string. Doesn't really matter because things will be somewhat different anyways later on. I'll have to change it regardless. Anywho, why don't I make it a string? I'll make it a string too. Yeah, let's make it a string, and then I'll add choice on. I'll add choice to it. Export choice the bar choice string equals 0. Equals 0. Like so. And now you're linked to the choice. Okay. Now door to upper level. Okay, let's go to the study here. One is to go back to the foyer, and we can make 2 the door to the upper level. We can make 2 the choice. No, 0. Sorry. Door to upper level. There we go. We can make 2 the choice. Destination that pushes upper level. All right. And then let's go to the upper level door, and we can actually do 1 just to go back to the study. So that will be choice 1. Okay. So I'm essentially kind of doing the same thing, and even though I don't necessarily need to do it, a couple things it does. One is I can have a visual on what doors lead to where, on what room. The upper level is technically its own room. Door to study is the only door here, but if you had multiple doors, it would be, you know, they each have based on their choice. And you have to make sure those are unique also. You have to make sure that you have enough choices. That is, you can only go 1 to 9, and if you do 0, it'll still exit. But so upper level, okay, right. Upper level doesn't have any choices, choice strings. Just the door has the deal. Okay. In the study, the study choices are 1 halfway house, and the door to the upper level is of course option 2. In fact, let's reflect that here. Hit 2 to go back to go to the upper level. Yeah. Okay. So and that makes some sense there. So basically, I have both of them both ways working at the same time. Like in here, you're not using option 2 for the upper level, but it's effectively you're effectively using the 2 key to switch there. But it's not using this. It's instead it's using the door. Okay, like that. You also notice the second level also filled with books. Okay. How about an upper level? And upper level also filled with books. Okay. So in the choices array, we only have one that's to the halfway house that goes back to the main, goes back to the foyer basically. 2 goes to the upper level, and but its deal is based on the door itself. Okay. All right. Okay, so maybe here let's go back to the 50% proxy, and that's okay. Can't really tell what's going on here, which is fine. I don't really need to, per se. We can make that smallish. And so let's start with there. And I guess I have to kind of go through it again, but to decide what parts I want to keep on there. In fact, what I should do is I should go ahead and, considering that this is one part here, and I'm doing some extra talking, but I'll end up editing that. And I think after putting this in, I think I test it. Oh, what's the problem there? The choice is 1, and that's fine. Okay, so that's working. I mean, it's not working. I mean, it just means I've added it. Now, the next thing to do is go back to the room manager here and go, okay, so now what we have to do is we have to look at the children. And the only children that should be in here, now I might do something later and I'll have to change how I search for the doors here. But in fact, I could actually do a thing where it makes sure that it's a door before it does anything here. So it's all still working on the one thing here. Door equals null. Say that. I might do the thing here for editing this particular clip and do it based on whenever I'm typing. So I'll edit the typing parts together, not so much the dialogue, not so much my talking, although it might sound a little jumpy and choppy. So I'm not sure here. Then we want to, or okay, let's do it that way. Time here. If choice doesn't sound very efficient to me, but we're going through each action and we're seeing if the user pressed the action. So this while loop still needs to be there. The choice name still needs to be there. You current room that lists to an integer works, except and I don't know. Maybe what I want to do is what I do in when I edit those other deals. Maybe I should. Maybe I should take like 10 seconds out of each or something, and just at intervals and just have them kind of overlapping. Editing is hard. Actually, it's not hard. It's just tedious and long. Not that it's super hard. I could delete all the stupid long pauses. Maybe I should just do that. Hmm. Maybe I should just make sure that maybe I should just try to do the longest pauses first, and then like slowly dwindle it down. That might be a good idea. Now I have to do all pauses, just what looks like to be kind of like the biggest ones. Is there any more? It's a lot longer than say an inch, maybe. So let's see if I can find those here. Like this one. This one be alright. It's not quite it, but it's close, right? And let's see, we have any more super long ones? Here, we come over here. So that. Oh, this one's definitely one. So okay, so I'm just gonna right now I'm just choosing the biggest gaps here. Not all the gaps, just what I deem as the biggest ones. Um, that is a maybe. That is quite. That might almost be under an inch, but that's okay. We won't sweat it. The purpose is so I can get a number of them out enough, and not so close. Like yeah. Anyways, it shouldn't take too long. We do have plenty of super longs. That's not quite long enough. Eventually I'm gonna be taking most of the gaps out, but right now I just want to do a like first pass because I don't know, I think this might be a little bit quicker because yeah, let's see here. Hopefully these little spots aren't really important words because I'm taking them out. Same thing with like this. Oh, and this one's a huge one right here. Check that out. There's a lot of really long ones here in the end part though. And yeah, so I mean you'd be surprised about how much time it gives you on these when you take out these gaps. Now obviously I'm doing something even the times I'm not talking, but if I do it this ways, at least it kind of feels like oh, that's a little shortish one. I shouldn't have done that one. Not that it's that big of a deal, but I'm trying to make sure that it's only the largest gaps right now. And then I can do the medium gaps and then maybe some of the small gaps if I feel the need to. And it looks like I'm at a granularity of about 4 seconds. So, yeah. And let's go over here. That's still a long one. Okay, I get this part serious, and that might be why I don't really have many watchers of my edits. And that's kind of okay. It's okay if people don't watch the edit streams. Really, um I got to do the edit stream anyways, and I just figure I might as well stream it. You know, I mean, if I'm doing streaming anyways, I might as well just do it. Okay, this one's a big one. And I always do the thing too when I'm trying to hit I'm trying to move the playhead, and somehow I drag it, and so then it deselects the uh, the video I'm trying to remove the gaps for. Let's go to this one. I think this one will be. It's not too big, but I think it'll be all right. Okay. Go right here. And this one over here looks like it's big enough. Okay. And okay, that's all of them. Okay, let's delete. Go ahead and delete all of those all those gaps that I looked at. Then we'll hit up the medium gaps. I mean, some of these are kind of almost medium gaps anyways, but I just decided it's kind of arbitrary to decide, what's a big enough gap to use, and even though some of them are as small as are bigger than or smaller than some other gaps that I took out than the ones that I didn't take out. So I'm curious as to how much this actually removes out of here. That's kind of interesting to find out. I know I'm gonna still have to edit down even further, but let's get the major gaps out of the way, like so. The playhead back here. Now it was at 25 or approximately 25, so let's uh, space all these. Uh-oh. Hopefully it will be able to pick back up. I've had this happen before, and if it's too much, I might have to restart. No, it saved it. That means it wasn't too much. It was just really slow. Okay, let's see where we're at. See, we cut out approximately. We cut about approximately 4 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. Not too bad. I mean, obviously, still a far cry from where it needs to be, but okay. Actually, yeah, that's good. Actually, we can do the same thing here, which is um I can actually okay. I can actually do the same way. I'm zoomed in a certain amount, and then now it's a granularity of about like 1 second instead of 4 seconds. But now we kind of do the same thing here. Yeah, that's possible. No, I won't do that one. Some of these little deals sometimes happen to be words. So there, I got it. Quit that. That's another annoying thing. Uh, I get you have to click on the thing, but sometimes you can click in between there and it doesn't select anything. So it makes it kind of annoying. So now we're going to remove these ones. Again, we're doing these ones that look like, say, about an inch or bigger, depending on how I feel, basically. Like this one might be a little too small, but yet I just kind of decide, just kind of make an arbitrary decision, I guess, deciding if it's worth my while to do it that small. So I'm thinking anything over an inch, I'm going to try to remove the gap. Like I said, the other granularity was about 4 seconds. This is about 1 second. It's actually, I think, a little bit less than a second. But okay, right there, there. So like I'm skipping over these two because they still look a little bit smallish, and maybe I'll catch it on the third round. Okay, it's that. Okay, that. And this one. That's interesting. I have to go all the way to 21 minutes. That was a little bit small, but that's okay. And actually quite a few more of these zoomed in ones. Okay. Those are a little bit too short. That's I guess that's passable. I think I had some that were about that same height, width. Let's go all the way over here. Okay. See, now we're at 10 minutes. It is kind of making it a little bit longer though. Like it's longer to get over to, to the end here. So hmm, there. Okay. We're almost to 11. And this is the boring, tedious part. I think this is the part that AI kind of excels at. I'll leave those. Okay. See, some of these are really pretty long. Like this one. I'll go ahead and say this one too. It's a little over an inch, so it'll kind of make the cut, sort of. And then there's this. All right. Let's go ahead and we're at 11 minutes now. And let's go all the way over. Apparently doing a lot of talking over here. Hopefully I'm getting close. I don't know if I should count those or not. There, it's really cutting it close. Because the idea is I don't want to do too many of these. That's too small. Yeah, I don't want to do too many of these at one time kind of thing, because I think a little bit more efficient in doing it this way. Okay, that works. We're at 12:27. All right, getting tired here. This one's a little short, but I'm going to do it anyways. And okay. Do this one over here. Getting pretty close. I think. Alright. No, this is taking quite a bit longer. Why? Because it's going over more distance. And I'm zoomed in. So, it's taking more time to do this. I'm just mostly keeping on top. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I'm just mostly continuing to talk here because there's nothing going on here, really. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll do this one too, I guess. It's a little short. See, you're at 13 minutes now. I need to get to 21 minutes, approximately. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I count these. And I'm almost making myself fall asleep here. Just doing this same thing over and over again. What happened? Where's the playhead? Right there. Um, hmm. Okay, there we go. Making myself sleepy. I have to get sleepy for everything now, I think. I don't think it even has to do with my sleep schedule anymore. Boy, it's quite a bit more gaps to do when you have it zoomed in. Should have gradually zoomed it in like to 3 seconds, then the 2 seconds, and then 1 second. And then that way I wouldn't have so many things to do here. See? Alright. See, now we're almost at 15. Well, 14 and a half, I guess. Okay. Alrighty. Darn it, keep on hitting the stupid play button. Yeah, if I let an AI do it, that means Blender's not doing it. That means I'm not really learning how to use Blender. Even though I know that Blender is primarily a 3D 3D modeling and rendering software, it does have the ability to edit videos, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff with Blender. I switched they to add a few more usability features for the video sequence editor. But all I can do is complain because I can't really code. I mean, I can code. I know how to code some, but I don't know if I have the skills that would be necessary to take somebody else's code and then make it do stuff I want. I'm not familiar at all with the API, and so I'm not really comfortable deciding, hey, you know what, I'm gonna fork this, and then, you know, I don't even really know how to use Git. I use GitHub Desktop instead of Git itself. I know it uses Git, but I just mean GitHub makes everything kind of simple. So I use that instead of actual Git itself. And once I'm caught up with all these videos, I should be able to knock one of these out in a day or so. Okay. Where are we at to? We're at 16 minutes now. See, there's quite a bit of gaps here when I do it this ways. Okay. See if I can make the 17 here. Boy, this is taking forever. I wonder how much of the stuff an actual video editor does. You know, I don't mean using the software per se. I'm just saying, does this thing like taking out spaces and stuff and doing these kinds of, you know, taking forever to edit some 10-minute footage? Am I getting there yet? I'm not at 17 yet. Okay. Plenty of spaces in here, though. I just wonder how this compares. I shaved about, oh, what did I say I shaved? Actually has it. Oop. I shaved about 3 to 4 minutes, somewhere in there. Let's see if this ends up being more or about the same. It seems like there's more gaps, so it seems to me like this would actually lose more footage. Yeah, and when I see other streamers, live streamers, I don't mean the gamer stream ones, fact, I don't even ever go over to Twitch. I'm sure there might be someone I would like to watch because I used to like watching people play actually play games, at least in like the arcades and stuff. And even when I had a home consoles, I liked watching someone else play it. Um, what was I getting at? I forget. I forget what I was saying. Sorry. Okay. I could try to think up something to talk about. That just sounds more like filler, though. Oh, kind of what I was saying is whenever I see like dev live streamers or like working on a project, um, okay. Usually they're just super quiet. Maybe I should be super quiet too, because maybe not, by now you're getting a little bit annoyed at my voice, which I don't blame you because I'm starting to get annoyed at my own voice. Okay. We're almost to the 21, almost. Almost there. And I can delete these ones, and then we can see how much further I can refine it. I bet you'd find a bunch of gaps again. In fact, I see a lot of them. They're just not that long yet. Right there. Oh, we're almost there. Almost there. Almost, almost, almost. Don't worry about that one. That. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, there. I thought it was selected. Okay. Getting close, I think. But this is better to shave more uh time off than hmm. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and shave some of these out too, just because, just to keep things peppy and going. And I just defeated my own rule and did one shorter than an inch, or one about as short as an inch. Okay. Put it here. All right. Should I get this last one out? I guess I can do this. Whoop. Guess I can do this little one here. Because now I gotta go back and delete them all. Okay. Delete. Delete. Well, that was a long one that I didn't delete anything out of. That's interesting. These are pretty big. Okay. It's actually a long distance. Okay. Um, I don't know if anybody can tell, but I'm falling asleep in my chair. uh, and just doze off. I did get more sleep last night, though, but I don't know. That was weird. It's kind of weird there. It's like two spots that were cut. I guess it must have been from the first cut, though. I think that might have been why, maybe. And yeah, I guess that's not weird though. No, that's not weird, is it? It's because my first cut yielded some of these spaces, you might call them. Now there's quite a few spaces in here though. Okay. I'm pretty close to being done here. Actually don't know if I'll be done because I probably have to do like a third pass here, which means it going even closer in. But, you know, the closer I go in, the fewer spaces there should be, or wide spaces, I guess. Almost there. Almost. Here, let me check something real quick. Oh, somebody's talking in Blender, and I didn't see it. I thought I said it was a stream. Video editing. Oh, sorry. I thought I did, but apparently not, because I have to actually put in the text there. Actually, I have to type it in basically. I use the VSC. I mean, I can recommend. It gets better with each release too. Though having to disconnect the audio video Control V by hand is annoying. Yet this time the audio comes with the lines and the clips, so that saves time. It's okay. I stopped YouTube DLP before it went insane. I could watch. I would watch if I could too, but I block everything. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, what? How do I get the... Dang it. How do I get the stupid thing out of full screen? Can I escape? I'm still at FFM pegging the frames. Does Blender now do that itself? Uh, the frames. What do you mean specifically? Like match the file frames to the selected output frames? Um, I'm not sure. Right now, I still have to FPS equals what I need. Oh, huh. You mean, do you mean setting the frame rate? Escape. There we go. Somehow I hit F11 and put HetchChat to full screen. I couldn't find a way out of it. I don't exactly know what this guy named Lava Ball in the Blender IRC channel on Libera.chat. Uh, you edit a 24 frames per second movie, but you have a 30 frame per second file. If you import it, it's getting matches. Is it getting matches to 24, or is the audio off as it was? Oh, I'm not even sure because I'm just editing OBS footage after I've run it through Handbrake. Make sure the FPS is constant. And okay, so let's here. Let me get back to this. I'm just deleting those areas where they're silent. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot more of these silent spots here that I zoomed in, and if I zoom in again, there's bound to be a lot more, unless I've cut out so much that that it'll just go through the rest of it quicker. Like I won't have too many left. Trunix. Handbrake is working in Linux fine. I'm even using Debian EE6 and it works. So yeah, Handbrake worked great. VSE gets a bad rap like everywhere. Some people don't even know it exists. It's really good. I've never used anything else. It had some quirks years ago, but I just used it like 4 days ago. Really nice. Yeah, I used it a few years ago, and then I just re started editing these a couple of months ago. It's definitely usable, but it could also use a few features that I can't add myself. Okay, so let's put the thing back here and let's first save it so that it doesn't lock up on me. I should learn how to use the multiple windows. I mean, I know I can do it, but I should actually have multiple granularities. Maybe maybe split up like split up in columns uh, horizontally, I guess. Um, so that yeah, so I can get into the small and the bigger and the larger. Although if I do columns, it's a lot shorter, so it'd be a lot harder to scrub through uh, like a long video or a long strip. So horizontal might still be better. I'm assuming that by the star, I'm assuming that if I hit backspace and there's nothing left to change, that it's not going to bring the star up. So right now, the star's up. Oh, oh, it's I did that too fast, I guess. It should recover though because I've been doing this for a while and it should. Control S. It's kind of like it locked up. It didn't really lock up, but kind of like it locked up because somehow it's processing. I guess I have to wait to see if it will say if it will save. If it doesn't save, that means it's locked up. Uh, oh no. And Blender comes with everything. Remember, you can't just make 3D. You can just make 3D stuff, put it in there, like a whole 2D animation, catch a predator bait video, and just switch back and forth between 2D and VSE. Works great. Worked great. Uh, yeah. For instance, uh, yeah, it looks like this might not be responding. Let's see. Let's hit Control S. And if it's not responding, that means this is locked up. That means Blender's locked up right now. Uh, that's not too bad. Yeah, thanks. So one of the features I would like added is the ability to speed up and slow down preview playback. Sometimes I just and if it's sped up, I'd like to be able to hear the audio even if that's sped up too. So I can sort of jog, so I can sort of jog shut. I don't know if that's what jog shuttle means. I think that used to be the dial on these editing systems and video where that the playhead would actually move the tape and you do it with a dial, and they called that a jog shuttle, I think. Uh, be around the strip so I can get to somewhere quicker but still play. Um, so I can get to a position quickly and still tell where the video is at. As far as slow down, sometimes I like to edit to specific pieces of audio, and if I could isolate the pieces I need with slow down, that would help a lot. Like, I'm not sure, but I think that rendering has gotten faster too. And I'm only on a 2880 Super. Ah, it finally saved. See, I whoever's watching, if you're watching, it just took that long to do that. So let's hit backspace again. Let's see what it shows up. Ah, that must mean it must be done, right? No, it's not done. Oh, I see. All right, let's go on down until I find any gaps. If there are any gaps left, let's see if there's any gaps left. There probably is. I mean, there might be. Remember, I'm going all the way to 21. And the whole reason I am not zooming out is because I don't want to lose this granularity. Because when I go in again to edit, oh, okay. So what happens? Okay, it's saved. What happens if I hit backspace again? Well, nothing happens, right? So that must have just been like the last one. Okay, so now it's gone from 21 to 17. So another 3 minutes. Somehow I was able to shave another Another 3 minutes. It's not a lot. 3 minutes isn't a lot. But, now it's 25 to 17, so I've gotten 6 minutes off of the whole thing. I suppose I'm gonna go ahead and do that again, but that is going to take a lot of time, probably. But what I'm going to do is that might be the last thing I do today. Actually, I should just do this. There we go. This will take me back quicker. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I see what I did. Oh. Okay. So let's zoom in. We're roughly doing a second, like something we're around there. Let's see if... Okay. How about that? That's roughly 16 frames. What's half of 60 would be 30 frames. So what if I did it like that? 16 to 48. What is that? Is that 32? That's approximately 32, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so every 32 frames instead of a second. So instead of every 60 frames, 32 frames, it's about half as much. Alright. Well, this is going to take a while, though, ain't it? Alright. And again, I'm going to follow the same rule. And that is over maybe an inch or so. And if you do more takes and stuff, I encourage you to do the clap at the end instead. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Here we go. You can see the audio in the strips, like show waveform or something. For me, it was on by default. That's how I find everything. Yeah. I do that. And OBS isn't sync. I don't even bother. That's why I don't like the clips being locked together by default. Blender's attempting to retranscribe the content. That is why a lossless cut was mentioned for this exercise. You're performing a destructive re-encode, and it will take some time. If you do too many, the footage will be degraded. It matters more when the content is designed for special effects. In this instance, for long linear content, it doesn't matter unless you do it too many times. I'm finding I'm not having that many problems doing it this ways. I still haven't kind of figured out how to use lossless cut exactly. I mean, I got it, but I don't know. I need to look up a tutorial or something, or its documents or something. If you do more takes of stuff, I encourage you to do the clap at the end instead. Otherwise, you have to clap for every take. So I just have it to start over without thinking about clapping. Let's cut. Transcoding the content lost me completely. Lossless cut. Basically, Blender re-encodes, as does Handbrake, the video each time. Lossless cut lets you cut clips out, but doesn't re-encode the video. So it basically just copies the clips out. I think you can do something I think you can do it with FFmpeg. However, this does it for multiple clips. You'd have to write the command line many times to do it with FFmpeg alone. It might actually be using FFmpeg to do so. Anyways, as far as other features I would like, now I know of the BSE QF BSC quick functions add-on, but I had to switch back to normal for some reason I can't remember now, and I even had to restart when I disabled the add-on. Wait. Wait, let's remove that. Backspace. I'm just tagging in here in the Blender. The VSC. I had to switch back to normal. I like a sort of quick edit and ripple feature. Although Blender does do some ripple style editing, but I can't get it to work the way I want. But basically, I want to be able to select a portion of a clip and automatically delete it and have the gap close up automatically. Then when I delete it, have the gap close up automatically. And also to be able to take a clip strip and be able to put it in the middle of any other clip that will insert it at the playhead. I don't know, I tried using Shift S, but it wasn't working for me. Okay, let's do something here. Okay. Shift S. Nope. However, what I do is I delete the clip and hit backspace, and it does move everything over, like ripple, delete. but backspace is a separate key. And yeah, I realize it's only one key, but doing it multiple times makes it slow. And in order for backspace to close the gap, I have to have the playhead either in the gap or before it, and the mouse cursor inside the timeline window. So, yeah, it's not so hard, but I would prefer it do it automatically. Most video editors have a ripple edit toggle. Usually some sort of button that will do it. So whenever you try to place a clip in the middle of another, it automatically moves. Essentially, clip, insert, new clip, yeah. So whenever you delete, it automatically closes the gap without any further action, and even allows for insertion into the middle of another clip. I should find out so I don't have these issues like I have my clips all numbered 0010 and up, and with 9 in between to match the audio. Done. Next. Interesting. Okay, so what am I doing? Okay. It's almost time for me to quit anyways. I've been paying too much attention to that conversation in RC, but let's get a few of these out of the way before yeah. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see this here, but there's this little spike here where there's an audio. Either I'm typing something or something got through the noise suppression, and I'll usually just click that because usually sometimes I'm like muttering under my breath, which means it doesn't matter if the audio is in there anyways. Uh, but a lot of times it's just not anything important. It's like some stray sound or something that got through the noise suppression thing. That was a little too small, but whatever. about an inch. That's okay. I don't do too many of those, but I just want to do essentially the big ones. Like this bigger spike might actually be me saying a word. And sometimes, actually, why don't I just, here, I'm going to play this part here. In fact, let's just play this whole clip here, right here. Okay, so basically that's some typing, some straight typing. So I'm just going to go ahead and that's probably what this is. The really little ones, especially zoomed in. Zoomed in, if it's a really tiny, it probably is okay to cut out. These little tiny ones are usually just like, you know, typing noises or something. Like this one is a sustain. That means it's me saying a word like an and or the or something. But sometimes they're just like little, like almost dots. Like in here, there's quite a few little deals here. So this is probably me still talking. It's just, it doesn't, for some reason, my volume isn't that high, but for some reason I still clip in the microphone. It might be a problem with the fact that I'm using the webcam mic. Like, you know, I get me a decent mic if I had the money, but I don't have the money, so that's what I'm hoping that I can do through some of um, through my video stuff here. Obviously, a lot of people aren't going to watch me just collecting clips to delete. There's not much here. But maybe somebody will watch me streaming my editing when I'm talking like this. If I end up talking to people, if they like to hear me talk, which my voice is kind of annoying, so I'm not sure. But oh, there's a couple of these spots that are isn't a lot of stuff I can pull out. I mean, I can if I zoom in super close. Right there. Here. Now remember, I was at 17, so right now I'm at 9 minutes. And I guess I could count that. Alright. Count this one. This one's a long one. This is the other thing that's annoying to me. When I do the cuts, you have to be on the right side for it to select. And I like it to keep selecting forward. Honestly, I'd like it to keep selecting forward and not backward ever, and which means I have to make sure of where my thing was. Well, actually, that's not true. I mean, I'm sure there are some instances where you actually want to select backwards, but it's annoying to me when I do these. There we go. That's a nice big one. See, and we're still at 9 minutes. The semi-good part about this is now there's getting to be less and less of them. So maybe it won't take as long, or maybe maybe it would only just take just as long, not any longer. So right now I'm doing kind of these like almost 1-inch strips here. I should be doing just the long ones. But that's okay. Like this is probably typing in here, so I'm gonna assume it's typing. And let's see something here. Yep. See, these are actually typing here. But you know, I have to look at it too. It can only be like a really small just say really small spike, because otherwise I could be actually chopping out a word. And usually they're only grouped like there's only like one or two. There isn't like usually a whole lot in between. So there we go. Okay. Playback one's a really big one to me, especially if I want to cut out some speaking. Oh, there we go. I don't need to do that. Okay. See, now we're just at 10 minutes, but this time we only have to go to 17 minutes down. That is probably typing right there, and that's a good chunk here. That's smaller, but that's still doable. And then let's go here. And that looks like another long one. That's good. This is all really tedious stuff. Anyways, yeah, it does. I guess so Circuit Bone, I don't know if he's watching, or Bone Circuit sometimes he uses. Let's see here. Other snap things. Didn't recognize you were in here because I've got overlapping windows. I try to keep the YouTube window up so that I can respond to the chat in there, but sometimes I have to switch to. Okay, sometimes I have to switch to IRC to respond in there. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out too. Okay. We're still on. We haven't even got to 11 yet, have we? So like that's the text is fine. See. Okay, let's go over here. Yep, this is the long, tedious thing. This is why they keep having the AI tools, because a lot of them can. Well, actually, what's funny is like I said before, Audacity, I think, if it still has it, used to have a silence removal function, and it doesn't require AI to do it. All it requires is just the amount of decibels, I think, the frequencies or something. So after a certain cutoff, it can strip, it can strip your silences under certain frequencies, basically, and that never required AI to do. So that would actually it'd be kind of useful if Blender VSE had that to do that automatically, and then you could determine how long to let the silence go, and then under what frequency. So that way it would only do the certain ones that hit your frequency, and only if it was longer than your prescribed, say it's longer than a second or something, or longer than a certain amount of frames. The only reason I say frames in here is because this is Blender is dealing with frames most of the time. They're not dealing with the time. It shows the time on the timeline, but it's not really dealing with the time as such. All of its stuff deals with the amount of frames. And let's see here. There. And right there. I actually bet that I bet I could shave a lot of time off of this too by removing like the ums and stuff in it here. Okay, so that is actually a that's a typing, and then of course the bigger one's me talking here. Darcy. Okay. This looks to perform with every video editing problem. It's the same as physical exercise working with a trim bin. This for this footage is removed, so when you save the working file, it's not full of junk content the editor has to scrub through. Many LE have a feature apply slice silent points. And it looks like I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this also is typing. So we're going to do this, and then that, and then actually let's play here. Equal. Okay. And that's actually a case of actually some words here. This is probably not. Of course, this. See, I need to make sure that I don't do too small. Because I want to be able to go through this rather quickly. And plus, once you get too small, sometimes you get things that sound like almost like run-on sentences. And I kind of just let that go though because yeah, I just tend to kind of here. I let that go because I'd just be spending forever if I just to get it right, just to trim it perfectly. Okay. Sometimes good enough is better than perfect. You know, sometimes you need to get stuff done, and you know, there was tons of that. If you ever read up about special effects, visual effects, even practical effects for movies before computers or at the dawn of computers, you could say, because in some cases, oh, why did you do that? I didn't need to do that. Heck, let's just do this too. This is the only one I'll do this on. Like that. All right. I'll have to remember those. See, this is kind of act as major gaps here. Like if I do this and that, that would have constituted a gap if there wasn't an actual you know, cut there. Yeah, I should not do that though. I could do that all day too. And just right now I should just focus on what I'm doing here. This I can kind of do like this. See, all this is talking. Sometimes I'm talking quietly. The waveforms just don't get that big on here. Oh. Let's presume that that's part of that. See, yeah, right now I'm getting into spots where, yeah, let's leave those because a lot of those have got to be words. Maybe not that one. There's a lot of these little spots too. So there's quite a bit of talking in here. There we go. Well, now I'm almost at 13 minutes. And then remember, I only have 17 here. And it's really almost time for me to go. And it was short because, like I said, today I had to fix a pipe that was leaking. The leaky pipe was actually the water that was coming into the house. For a long time I couldn't figure out what it was because it was straight from the wall. It was near the front of the house, and it went straight from the wall and then connected to a 90-degree elbow and then straight down into the ground. And then there is this kind of a shut off thing, and when I shut it off, it didn't seem to shut the water off for some reason, and we were assuming that it, or we were thinking that it might have been connection to the front sprinklers. Well, um, the sprinklers, I think there's a backflow valve, and I guess apparently, according to somebody, they only do that here in Florida. But basically, they have this but they have two PVC pipes that's 90 degrees, so it comes out of the ground. It goes to some like equipment, like some valves basically, and then it goes back into the ground, and it's a backflow where you can shut off water there, and that was to the sprinklers, and we're gonna try to shut that off, thinking that it would stop the water through through this pipe, and I couldn't for the life of me couldn't turn the handles on those things. I even used a wrench and I banged on it a little bit, couldn't make it budge. So I decided not to do that, and then when um, when I uh, when I shut the other thing off again, like I had tried to patch up this hole several times with like some tape, some special tape. I probably could have used it if I'd wanted to. If as long as if the pressure was gone, I could have used it, and then it wouldn't have had a problem. The tape, I think, would have been pretty good actually. But so when I when I turned it off the next day, it seemed to be dripping less, and then when I turned it back on, it seemed to be dripping more. So that means it was actually going into the house, and I still thought it couldn't have been doing that, but my dad thought that's what it was doing. And then when I realized, so then what I did is I figured I was going to have to patch the hole while the water was still squirting through, because they say you can do it, but it's not recommended, right? Because it's pressure. That's why the tape wouldn't work. The tape wouldn't work because the pressure um, it was causing what they call blistering. Basically, water was shooting up through the hole, and so it was still leaking out. That's why the tape would have worked if I could have shut off the pressure. We had already gotten a this thing called Fiber Weld from JB Weld, Fiber Weld Cast or whatever, and so that's what I used today. But I found out that we found out that the that little pipe going into the house was actually from the city water basically into the house. So I did turn that off, and then when it stopped more or less dripping, it didn't totally stop, but when it more or less quit, that's of course when I applied the patch kit to it, and it looks like it's holding. The water's back on. Uh, I'll check it later today to see if there's any leakage. There may or may not be leakage because I'm not a plumber, and um, okay, that's all right. That's actually okay. Um, so there could still be some leakage there, and in the long run, it'll probably have to be fit. Somebody will have to come out, but we don't have the money to do that. I mean, doing things like that, the several $100 a pop, and we have the solar panels, and I'm actually myself paying for the internet, and I'm about to run out of I got a few months left, about to run out of internet money, which is why I was hoping this thing would kind of take off. And I don't really mean the editing, streaming. I just mean my YouTube of developing my game, which is why I'm making these edits, because I think most people watch my live streams, those that do, and there's only a few of you guys that actually watch my live streams. Uh, watch it. Will only watch it if there's like progress, right? And it, and I think the updates will help get people to watch the. Oh no, what I was gonna say is the only reason that I get people watching my live streams is because I post the link everywhere I can think of. If I could find the right Reddit this right subreddit to do it, I'd probably post it in Reddit too. But so I'm doing several Discord, several IRC channels, not a ton of IRC channels, but a few, and then like on X and so that's the only reason I actually get viewers, and some of these guys that know me at least online are just doing it just to kind of be supportive, which is cool. And thanks for any of you guys that are watching, just to kind of be supportive, I guess, which is cool. But before I could even before let's say monetization, and I'm not even thinking about monetization really here because from what I heard, um, it's not that great through YouTube itself. But I do notice that a lot of people do quite well with like Patreon and stuff, and in other ways like merch and stuff. And so I might think about that later when I actually have something in my game to actually put onto merch like shirts and stuff. Um, let's see something here. Okay, yeah, that one's a definite little spike there. But so yeah, hoping to make this YouTube thing kind of pay off a little bit, and that's going back to the reason. Um, Hold on a sec. Um, what was I saying? The reason, yeah, the reason I'm editing these is I'm hoping to show. First, I'm hoping to show progress. Like I uploaded like 600 videos before 5 years ago. In fact, you could still see them. It's when I did the donut tutorial in Blender. When I did several sketching sessions in Grease Pencil, and I I went through like a couple Unity tutorials, and all of them were kind of people didn't watch them, and not that they were good enough to watch really, but well, it's the fact that they weren't good enough to watch. And why? Just because doing something doesn't automatically make people want to watch. And even my voice, I think, is probably so kind of boring, right? So I'm not that exciting to listen to. I don't think. Maybe people like the way I especially when I'm working on story, because this sort of thing that I'm editing here and I'm talking, it's probably kind of boring, unless you're participating in a conversation with me. But what I figure that I didn't get much views on those videos was partly because they weren't any good. Meaning, um, I wasn't going anywhere. Like if you watched a bunch of them, you'd be going, why am I even watching this guy? There's nothing here to really watch exactly. He's just doing stuff. Just like I'm doing the editing here. I'm just doing stuff here. But but I think the big deal is the progress, right? Because I was doing this for my game. I was gonna do the devlogs for my game, and I wasn't really making any headway. Because I there's a lot of stuff like I have to practice drawing. I'm not gonna practice drawing necessarily on the stream unless it's one of my super secret streams, and I'm just kind of chilling. In fact, I might even decide not to even talk on some of those sometimes, maybe. Kind of depends on how people act, but if they ever watch them. But I may do some, sketching sessions or whatever that has nothing to do with the game. It's just me practicing sketching on my tablet. But I think nobody was watching me on those old ones because I wasn't making any progress on my game. They couldn't see anything visibly that I had done on my game. Sure, I had visible things. I had some drawing things. I had some tutorials that I went through. But I didn't really have, I don't know, they didn't have enough to hold an audience, I think. So the only reason this is different, I guess, is because I kind of have a clear plan of how I'm going to do my game. Even if I don't know how to do certain things, I still have a kind of a plan to it. Okay. And so you eventually be able to see like what I'm doing, and I'm working on the story stuff, and I'm making progress every time. So if anybody follows me, they'll start looking at him and going, "Hey, he's got some more done on his game. Oh, look here, he's actually got this part done, and he's put in pictures here, and I haven't put in pictures yet, but I will." Um, and these edited streams now in the after this, or even kind of starting with this, the um, I'm doing the recordings, the clips a little differently. I'm basically just showing what I did after the fact instead of like recording every single thing that I'm doing, where I have to edit down. So then I don't have to even edit them down that much. Although occasionally I'm gonna go ahead and start recording some B-roll. I'm thinking I can do this way where I have the clips and then where I just have basically a B-roll of showing a little bit me working on something while I'm explaining, you know, what I finished or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, so basically all I did. It's funny because these are two different times, but it almost, I mean, other than you can see it, it almost looks like here, let's play this whole thing so I can see if I need it at all. I'm gonna stop recording. So let's just go ahead and delete this completely. Okay, so I might be able to delete like half of these things here at the end here. Zero to exit. Everything works. Hunky dory. That's great. That's great. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do like I was doing here. Delete, 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 Control S. Delete. Okay. So maybe with any luck, I'll be able to have removed at least 3 more minutes. So instead of 17, it'd be 14 maybe. This is just an assumption based on how I've been doing these gap removals. It seems to be that seems to be the thing, the thing. Delete. Let's push this all the way over there like that. So delete. Nothing there. Delete. push this all the way over. Delete that. Delete that. Delete. It seems like I'm deleting less and less in betweens here. And remember, I have to go all the way back to about, well, 9 minutes is when I first look up at it. It's not, I don't think it starts at 9 minutes, but 9 minutes means I'm close to the start. That. And maybe, not right now, but maybe later, not necessarily later tonight either. I don't think I'll be able to do a secret stream tonight. But, let's see. Forgot what I was saying. That just happens sometimes. I got a little ADHD. Well, I was diagnosed with hyperactivity when I was a kid. Colors used to be bad. So anything with colors, I used to go nuts. You know, it's like if you gave a kid like an extra double dose of coffee. You know, uh, yeah, and I mean it'd be pretty. What the heck? What's going on here? Why can't I just move this? Can I just move it? Yeah, I can move it this ways. That's weird. Now I have to zoom in though. Okay, what are we were doing them every 12 and 28. That's we're doing it like every 16 frames. 30 frames. That's 36, 44. Uh that's 8 frames. Okay. 28 to 40, 12 to 28. That's 16 frames, isn't it? Right? 16. So 30. 12 to 44. That's 32. Okay, that's where I was, I think. All right. Oh, okay. For 12 minutes. Oh, wow. Okay, that, yeah, these, okay, some of these are because they're in betweens. Okay. Okay, like that one. That's an in between. Okay. Starting to do it because there's starting to be a lot of places where the end and start of clips were had these big amount of spaces in them. And I'm sure occasionally I will run into one where I missed that I had clipped it. because now it's just starting to kind of become a jumble kind of sort of thing. Mm, mm, mm. So, and see, we're at 11 minutes now. Let's save it. All right. I'm just moving it over as far as I can before deleting, so that I have maximum amount of deletions on the screen. And that. Okay. There. None of those. Okay, so we're at 9 now. We're getting close. I think it's somewhere around 7 minutes, I think. So we're almost home, and then I will almost be ready to take off. I noticed that some of the gaps are big enough to have been removed here already, but doing what I can. We're at 8 minutes. Good. We're almost there. Almost home free. I hope it will have removed at least 3 minutes, if not more. Hopefully it'd be even more, but you'd kind of be surprised at how much the spaces add up. I was kind of surprised about that. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we can do it here. I don't know how many is in here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. That works well for me. Is just use the cut page to rub out what I want until the footage is right shape and worry about getting the actual edits bang on later in the edit page. I didn't treat the whole thing similarly to editing tape, though the one bloody big source reel. Dealing with lots of fiddly individual clips off the camera annoys me. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. The reason I'm doing this way is because if you go too fast and you do too many edits, it's going to take a long time to process, and it feels like Blender is locking up when it's not. And all I have to usually do is just wait, but I'm saving every 10 gap closures, so that if it does actually lock up, I'm not that far away from being done then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Control S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Control S. Oh, I did it too much. But it's not locked up. But it might take might take a minute or something. And I'll do Control S again just to make sure. Got to catch up. I don't know. I suppose it like fills up memory or something when you do that. Really, these are just edit points. So in reality, it should just be able to, um, especially if it's not on the screen. My guess is that it should at least be efficient enough to not have to code decode or like put thumbnails or whatever in because I'm not looking at that other part of the film. So okay, I gotta wait, I guess. Now I know this says down here, but that's because that was from the last save. Up here, it's still star. That means asterisk. That means it's still trying to process everything else. It hasn't done yet. That's. It did this before though, so I guess I went too fast and too much. So actually, I don't even need this on half the time. Half the time I use it, I only need it when I need to play some audio. And the only reason that this is just one off, like the audios match the video, is because these are both part of the same clip. And this was just to show where I was. I was just trying to tell myself the next time I'm on here that I start working with this clip here at the end. Come on, you can do it. Let's see some here. Let's go ahead and close this. And minimize. And then pull it back up. Yeah, I don't know for sure if it's not actually locked up right now or not. It might not be. It shouldn't be. But it could be. That's why I was saving it every so often. I'm going to try to move the playhead clicking. I don't know. Maybe I should just call it quit here anyways. Because it's after 5 o'clock. And I was supposed to be done already. So, okay. Um, I'll let you know later if it's locked up or not. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching and or listening. If any little support helps. Every time somebody watches, the more maybe more people get to end up watching it, I guess. Um, it's like I said, I was hoping to get this to start paying off, and um, that might take a year if it does at all. It might not ever at all. So I'm not expecting it to. I'm just hoping it will. And as far as the money for my internet, I do have a little bit of Bitcoin, believe it or not, that will be enough to help carry my internet bill. And so, you know, Dad pays most of the bills, and so the least I can do is do our internet, especially since I use it for quite a bit of stuff here. Aha! It finally finished. Okay, let's see if we can backspace. Okay, that was it, I think. Or was it? There we go. Control S. Still having a hard. It's still chugging though. Huh. Okay. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching and or listening, and even through my dumb, boring streaming of video editing. And I will probably see you on Monday, where I'm gonna try to finish up the plot outline stuff. I'm gonna try to get some more of this other subplot stuff in there, into the plot outline, and then see if I can't streamline it, and then get it into a state so that I can go ahead and start actually working on the game part. It'll be just choose your own adventure, and at first, like I said, it's just going to be fairly linear. Then I will find a way of doing kind of the branching path thing. Um, I'll try to find a way of. Hmm, yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to do the branching path part, just because, for one thing, they don't require regular puzzles, and it's a linear story right now. The plot outlines a linear story, and there'll be parts where I'll have to go, okay, at this point, is this a good place to do like a decision point? Like, for instance, getting into night school or something, where it just says it gets into night school, um, and then I'll have to think, well, if can I do like a puzzle here? Even though in Choose Your Own Adventure it won't be a puzzle, it'll just be, you can make your choice. You can either try to do this or you can try to do that, and then yeah. So I'll see if it'll be a good exercise into making it into a game, from a linear story into a game. That's, even though the story is still mostly linear, there'll be spots where you'll have to figure out how to do something, and the idea is it will help it get from point to point. So your choices will be based on. Anyways, I'll have to figure it out. It'll be kind of interesting to work out. And I don't even know. I was thinking of just putting every event or everything on in a separate room, uh, like a page, like you sort of like you're reading a book, and just doing it linearly. So you'll have, really, each time you only have one choice, just to go through it, and then taking it apart and seeing where I can put interesting choices in there, and where I can put some, like, gameplay style stuff, where you can make quite a few choices, if needed. Anyways, so thank you for that. I'll see you on Monday, and there we go. Thank you for watching.